Okay, welcome everyone. We want to welcome you tonight to the Fayette County Council, February 6, 2024, our meeting. If everyone would rise, we're going to say a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, again, I want to welcome everyone for coming tonight, and we're going to call this meeting to order now. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from our January 2nd meeting, our regular meeting? Was there any additions or corrections that anyone would like to make?
I just want to make sure that on the minutes that the correction was made about the where it talks about the minutes from December. It says motion carried 7-0. That was corrected to 6-0.
It was corrected to 6-0.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you for that correction.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll make a motion. We pass the minutes as corrected.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And signify any opposed by the same sign? Okay, motion carried. Is there any mail? No mail? Okay. Does the county attorney want to say anything, Mr. Westling?
I do not have anything.
Okay. Hey, we want to welcome Bob back tonight, Bob Stewart.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you. We're glad you're here and glad you're doing well.
I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were worried about you.
Well, job is good.
Yes. Our reports, are there any committee reports? Okay. Commissioners. Is Dale here?
Yes. Hiding behind Frederick.
Hi. Yes.
I'll be very brief. We had a 2.5-hour meeting this afternoon, so I won't go over all of it with you today. The commissioners received the APC's latest parking ordinance today for consideration. We're going to take time to study that and see if there's any amendments that need to be made to that for considered for final adoption. I would recommend that any of you who are interested might want to take a look at that also before any final action is taken on it. It mainly regulates the number of parking spaces for any business and a lot of other things that may be in the state of development. And Dale, we haven't had a chance to memorize that thing yet, or at least I haven't. But there's always room for an argument in everything, no matter what you do. So we're going to review this and do our best to try to make it.
Did that come from area planning deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I was there when they were arguing about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you was probably in on some of the work.
I was always arguing on something.
Okay. But anyhow, it is finally landed here, so we'll do our best with it. We did give our county assessor permission to replenish his supply of envelopes. We bought 12,000 envelopes for the county assessor for $887. We also heard from the county health department when Max Shirk is reapplying for the preparedness grant again for the health department, which is a non-matching grant, so that's all free money to the health department. So we're certainly encouraging that. We approved 144s for 911 department for Kelly Van Meter to hire 2 new employees over there. And we also heard from the highway department where another one of our pickup trucks is now at the end of life stage, and we're hoping that maybe when the sheriff retires, a couple of vehicles coming up, we can help him out there. We also made a appointment to the Cemetery Commission today. We appointed Jared McLaughlin to finish an unexpired term on the Cemetery Commission where someone else had resigned. And we also heard reports from Heather Caldwell and Wade Walling and the sheriff. And I won't repeat all that because they're here to tell you themselves. So I'll let them give you their reports. Very interesting information. And Wade, you make sure you give them
The long version. Once a year.
give them the long version, yeah. So I think that's all I need to say.
Thank you.
Anybody got anything for me to say so?
I have a question. On the 911 hires, do the commissioners go over this with them?
Do the commissioners do what?
Do you have anything to say in the 911 hires?
Yes, when a 144 is submitted, we can refuse, you know,
It's a commissioner's decision, as I said.
yes.
Okay,
We do have that option.
good, okay.
Anything else?
Thank you, Dale. Julie? At this time, is that all for the reports right now? At this time? Okay. We're going to go on to the transfers, additional reductions, additional appropriation to cumulative bridge fund. Okay. 1135, account 60440, bridge 44, in the amount of $81,290.
Yeah, that's for repairs on Bridge 44, which is on Williams Road, about quarter mile west of South Gray Road. It's got a lot of washout issues, and actually it's getting into the invent to where that's danger when you get back in the invent. That's what holds up the bridge. But anyway, this is what the low bid was. I know the thing says through Thor, but actually Birdco is going to do the work. They actually work under them. They're out of Union County. Thor's the ones that's doing the center over here for the Women's Center, but Birdco works through them, and they got, this is the bid they had, and we had 2 other bids. Another one was $132,000, and one was, I think, $400,000 for that repair. But, and actually this is a really good bid because the engineer's estimate was right at $130,000. So we got a really good bid to get this repaired and fixed. And they're supposed to start in the next week or so. They would like to have started by now, except all that high water we've had and stuff. So yeah, it's a major issue. So that's why I'm asking to, I didn't put anything in the budget because I didn't know it was going to cost $50,000 or $200,000 last year, and I have to come back for additional anyway. So that's why I knew it was going to be bid this spring. So that's what that's for.
Are they doing anything less for the 81,000 the others were going to do for 100?
No, same thing. In fact,
Same
they
thing
about
this
3
year.
years ago they did the exact same repair
not
for the
gonna cut
bridge
any
in
corners.
Union County, and that's why they know what it takes and know what, you know, what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Okay. Would someone like to entertain a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the transfer.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carried.
All right, thank you.
Good job, thank you. Go ahead and sign this. 144s? We don't have any. Okay, old business.
Madam President, one question. Did we, on camera last month, Sam Harvey agreed to take the position of the alcohol board again? Did we talk about that during the meeting, or was that after the meeting? I don't remember.
I
I
think it was
believe it was
during.
during, wasn't it? It should be in the minutes.
We made it part of the minutes, so I think, yeah, we got that information before we adjourned.
Okay. New business, committee assignments. We need the one-year commitments for the Budget and Finance Committee and the Salary and Wage Committee. Is someone interested in it, or does someone want to make a nomination for those?
We'll be a budget if it's okay.
Pardon me,
If it's okay, I'd like to be on budget.
budget?
Me too.
Okay. Okay, and we would like to have one more, and then we need someone for the salary and wage. I was on that last year, and I don't mind to do that again this year.
I'll work with you this year.
Okay.
Jump in there, Scott, what do you want?
I would nominate Scott for the budget and finance. Is that good for you?
I'd be happy to help.
Okay. And salary and wage, Jim? Okay.
At least 10 minutes.
Tim, you want to be on one of them?
I'll take
Which one?
salary and wage.
Okay. Can we have one too? No? So we can't. Okay, well then I can just go off of that one. Let Tim do it. Tim, you'll be on that.
Be on what?
You're on the salary and wage.
Okay.
You said yes.
Well, I know, and then you turn around and be on it, I thought maybe you was adding me to something else.
We'll make up something, Tim.
Okay. And then we have a proposed ordinance, 2024-02, for the approving the recorder's request for her record perpetuation fund for her operating expenses. Everyone should have received that in their email. It's her sworn statement. Would someone entertain the motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay. All right, is there any other business that anyone would like to? I know Dave had something he wanted to say. Our animal control, Fayette County.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I'm more relaxed anymore, you know.
Good.
I'm getting that way more.
Good.
Hey, we had a donation gift to us
Okay.
of $17,000.500 cash. The cash was supposed to be for me and my person split, but we didn't. It went right to the donation because we want this done. But it was from Janet Baller from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Her son came down and adopted a dog named Max. And she called me up about a week later, and she said, we love this dog, real good, and everything. She said that she would love to do a donation for us. I kept pretty well quiet on it for a while, because I wanted to see if it came through, you know. And sure enough, the check and all that came in on a registered letter, and that is the story how we got that 17.5. So, well, we was really happy with that.
Good job.
So,
Absolutely.
How much tip did you get? No, I mean, what I mean is, he gave it to the animal shelter
Yes.
after he got it.
Yes.
I think that was very nice. If
Yes,
it wasn't
I get-
for him, he probably wouldn't have got the 17,000.
Absolutely. I
That's the way
agree.
to treat people.
Yeah.
so yes, we're real happy with it. And guys, you are welcome to come up and see our building, the new one that's getting done. It's looking real good. A lot of the metal's up, the ceiling's almost all the way done. The sidewalls are getting there and everything, so, you know, you guys are welcome to come up and look. So, thank you.
Good job, Dave.
You want to tell them about the other grant you got?
Huh?
You want to tell the public about the other grant you
Oh,
got?
yes. I forgot about that. I won't think. But we had a $75,000 grant to do the building from the, I'm going to screw this up, I know I will, Jane.
Yeah, you.
Urban
Enterprise
Enterprise,
Association.
yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, we put a shout out on our Facebook page for them too. You know, let them know that we really appreciated it and everything. Then after we get this done, I got another project in my head. So, you know, always got something to do. So, thanks, guys.
Great job, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Okay, Heather Caldwell, the extension update.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you an update. I haven't been here for a few months, so I thought I'd catch you up. 4-H enrollment, what we call soft deadline, was January 15th. That's when our system rolls over and the people who were enrolled for the new year of 4-H start getting the notifications and whatnot. They can still enroll even after that. They're just maybe delayed on some of the notifications. Our numbers are looking pretty good. Our mini 4-H numbers are exactly the same so far as last year at 97 kids. I anticipate that growing because at this point in the year we're going to still grow. Our traditional numbers, which is the 3rd through 12th grade, those numbers are down about 30, 35 from this time last year. Again, I expect us to catch up on those numbers again because they are allowed to continue to enroll. So hopefully we'll see that catch up soon. So not bad numbers. I'm very pleased with where we're sitting right now. We've got a couple of important 4-H events coming up. February 13th, next Tuesday, we have a new member orientation meeting. I'm really excited about that program. It's something I've wanted to do for our county kids for several years. It just hasn't worked out yet. So this is going to be for people who are new to 4-H. 4-H has its own culture and lingo and acronyms and stuff that can be confusing for people who aren't either generational in 4-H or for those who just aren't familiar with it. So that is the purpose of this meeting, is to get new members in tune with the 4-H program, deadlines, what does this mean, what does that mean, do they have questions, animal enrollments, that kind of thing. And then the other one is our 4-H open house, which will be March 9th. That's on Saturday from 10 to noon. That's a pretty big event for us. Last year we had just over 300 people attend there at Expo Hall. That is for current 4-H members. They pick up their packets for the new year. They see sample projects. They get junior leaders do a t-shirt fundraiser. Many members get to ask lots of questions. So that's just what we call just a spring into 4-H open house event. So we're looking forward to that. We have almost all the plans ready for that. We do have also vendors that come in and talk about feed that they may have for animals or supplies that kids with 4-H may be able to use. So that's been a great event for us. This will be our 4th year for that, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I've got an ag program coming up. It's called DIY Lawn Care. And that is going to be every Monday, March 11th through April 1st. We just started advertising that today on our social media pages. We'll get mailings out for that as well. That's for people who want to learn about pest management, weed control, just how to make their lawn a better lawn. So that will be coming out. Like I said, that will start March 11th. And then Stephanie has got 2 Health and Human Sciences program coming out. One has already started today. She's been trained in a program called Matter of Balance, which is to help senior members of our communities live a healthy and safe life within their homes. So that's helping them. So for an example is helping them understand that putting rugs out on a floor are a trip hazard. And so what are different ways that they can take care of themselves and be able to stay at home. So she's actually, she got trained so she can do this program for anybody in the state. And she started today in Randolph County. It's a 4-week program, and she's starting in Rush County in 2 weeks. So she's already gotten several requests from our area, which I think is great. And the other one, she has been trained now on ServSafe. So she is working with Wayne County on a program, and she is in communications with our Fayette County Health Department right now to put on that program in conjunction with them here for Fayette County people. So that's a quick update for you guys. Anybody have any questions?
You do a great job.
Thank you. We've got a great team down there. We have a lot of fun, we work hard, and we're having a good time.
It shows.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you all.
Okay, you got 10 minutes.
That will cut out most of it. Thanks for allowing me to come present this to you today. I will give you the abridged version. I talked for 50 minutes, I think, straight this afternoon, and that was way too long. But this is an annual report. I do it once a year. So I just wanted to highlight a few things. Last year, 2023, EMA was extremely busy, and there's no signs of that slowing down at all for 2024. We were able to get much needed equipment through grant funding. We were able to stand up an incident management team, volunteers, as well as get a response truck for the EMA director. And we partnered with several local and community partners in Fayette County, as well as our district partners in District 6, including FEMA and Department of Homeland Security. My goal is to get us on this path to where we're resilient and we can respond to any incidents, whether it's natural disasters or a man-made incident or a human-caused incident. I want us to be able to respond and to recover from that quickly. That takes preparation, planning, and a lot of training. I'll highlight, now remember, this is not an exhaustive list. I did not have enough paper in my printer. It quit working after it got through 6 of them. But if you'd like a copy of this, I'm happy to email it. And if you have questions about it, I'm happy to sit down with you and go over this in more detail. But for 2023, we were awarded 7 grants. And the total of all the grants combined was $208,235. That bought equipment, gear, supplies, incident command trailer, which I'll show you the mock-up of that and let you kind of pass that around. But it was a good year for emergency management as far as grants. One of the highlights is I was able to purchase thermal imaging cameras for our city police, sheriff's department, city fire, and our county volunteer fire departments. One batch of those came in today. I was expecting both, but I think the shipment was delayed, and hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. And I'll get those out to those guys so they can deploy them really quickly. They're personal thermal imaging cameras, so it's no bigger than your cell phone. And when our guys are out and it's dark, or they get into a house fire for the volunteer or the city fire, they can see hot spots. They can see people where you can't see through smoke. Our law enforcement will be able to use it at night if they're searching. Maybe we have a lost kid, or maybe a suspect's fleeing from them, and it's dark and it's dangerous. This thermal imaging camera will allow them to see through the dark, to pinpoint where people are standing. It makes them safer. It makes everybody safer to be able to know and have situational awareness of what's going on. So we were able to get a lot of things done. We were also able to get our donated siren installed and working. We've tested it twice now. The last test was yesterday, about 5-ish. Now I get complaints of people saying they can't hear it, when people in Everton can hear it, people in Wellsview can hear it. So it really, the maximum effective range of this siren is a half mile. But being where it's located on top of the hill, that does the most good for the most people. I think if I had my way about it, we'd have 3 or 4 more sirens spread out through the county. But the sirens actually designed to alert people who are outside, not to alert people who are indoors. If If you're inside, you may be sitting right next to it and not hear it. But if you're outside, close to it, you're going to hear it. So it amazes me the amount of people that this. I've tried to repeat this over and over on social media and let them know, how this thing works. But that being said, they'll get it, and hopefully we'll be able to find funding to buy some more.
Can't make everybody happy, wait.
No, and I don't try. So I give out information the way I get it. So.
And someone said, you interrupted his nap. He said, she's testing the siren agent.
Yeah.
What is that noise? Testing the siren.
Yeah, so I'm happy it's up, it's working. It's another tool in our arsenal to alert our citizens in the city and county that there's danger approaching and that they should do something.
Absolutely.
So,
How much are those sirens, Wade?
that one was about 8,000, and then the additional cost of installing it. So, but I haven't got that bill from Hudson Mechanical yet, so I'm kind of hoping he takes it easy on me.
Are there different sounds for different dangers? Or
So
just
no,
one
not with these sirens. They sound like the old air raid sirens.
So it could be a tornado,
It
or
could be
thunderstorm,
anything.
or any
Right.
other.
So what I do is I pushed out the message that if you hear the siren, it's not the first Monday of the month at 4 or 5 o'clock, then go to my Facebook page and go to 911's Facebook page. There'll be instructions on there. We'll make sure people know what's coming and what actions they should take. So.
Wade, is there a plan in place in case that what people would do if the internet went down? Because they'd freak out.
So there is for public safety. There's not for regular everyday citizens. And I was going to mention that next. One of the things that I'm working on is the 2024 solar eclipse. It's coming April 8th. We're in the path of totality, and we're actually very close to the center line of totality. Indiana is reporting they're expecting 1.4 to 1.5 million additional people in that path of totality.
I've seen that on the news last night. They were
Right.
talking about it.
So that being said, we are expecting communication disruptions, internet disruptions, things like that. So I'm working on a plan to try to help our executive leadership who have to make decisions in an emergency situation, have phone communications through what is the Cyber Infrastructure and Security Agency. It's called GETS, G-E-T-S, and that will give you over phone line priority versus the general public. Now, they also have what's called wireless priority, so your cell signal will be higher priority than the general public's. That allows us to communicate with first responders. It allows them to communicate, and we push that message that if you're a first responder, that your first call should always be to your family, because you can't do anything effectively if you're worried about your family. The second should be to your department head who's going to direct you on what to do. That being said, I'm working on getting Dale Strong added to it because he's the county executive. I also would like to get Sharon added to it. With that, I have to have some personal information, like your account number. This can go on a county cell phone or it can go on your personal cell phone. It doesn't make any difference because this is a service added to your account for free. So it doesn't matter what it is. So like for me, for my personal cell, I have it on there, but I use my work address instead of my home address. We can do the same with county executives and first responders. We can use department addresses. Go ahead.
So your list for your first responders, is that generated like Everton, Bentonville?
Every first responder in the county. However, I want to make sure everybody understands this is optional. They don't have to do this. But the time to do it is now before we have those disruptions, because once they happen, it's going to be too late for me to go back and add them to that. Now, later on when things smooth out, we might be able to add them back into the plan if they think it's something they should have. You don't have to have it, that's for sure. But when it comes to communication, I think it's a high priority, one, for me to have it, as the emergency management director, and our top 2 positions at county executives. That would be Sharon as the president of the council and Dale Strong as commissioner president. We'll also have to work on ways to get funding situations where emergencies rely on special needs for whatever that might be, and how we're going to communicate with those people. But this is an optional service, and I highly recommend our first responders and our executive leadership to take advantage of this. And if you have this sinking feeling about it, thinking the government's getting more of your information, they already know everything that's on your phone, where you're at, and what you're doing, regardless of this one. It's not about snooping or finding out where you're at. This is about giving you priority service over the general population so that your calls as an emergency directives can be heard and taken care of.
You're talking about warnings for problems. What if it's not Connersville, but Everton, Nulltown? We have no way of letting them know, do we?
So are you asking about if we have a way to alert them with weather information?
Or what's coming, or something's in their path or something, yeah. That's why you need more than one, right?
So yeah, so I recommend having at least 3 ways to get information, whether that's a weather alert radio, a phone app on your phone that gives you important information, or through email, social media. For me, I have a weather alert radio at my home. I have social media. I'm plugged into the NWS and Wilmington, Ohio, to make sure that I know what weather's coming our way. Also, am working with Indianapolis NWS, because we're in the middle, right? So if it's going to hit Rushville, Shelby County, more than likely it's coming our way. So I'm always watching both. One of the things we're working on with Purdue is to develop a weather station here in Fayette County. That weather station will provide real-time data of what's actually going on the ground in Fayette County.
Well, it's been my experience that when danger comes through, Indianapolis stops at Greenfield, we get our weather from Cincinnati.
Yeah, you just never know. Our weather is very unpredictable. Yeah. And we're in a valley in most of the areas, so some of the stuff just goes right over us. But it just takes that one instant for it not to become a major disaster. So I do everything I can to push out information on social media so people are informed. And I usually just regurgitate information as I get it. And I try not to add hype or anything to it, but I want people to be informed.
Sure.
So. One of the other highlights this year we got, and I'll be brief, is we got the e-dispatches system for all the volunteer fire departments. This is a secondary dispatch system. Our county central dispatch, no dispatcher has to touch the system. What it does is when they drop the tones for fire, EMS, it records those tones, it records what they're saying, and then it resends out to everyone's cell phone that's in that plan. So I got that for all 3 departments in the county to make sure that they were getting alerts. That way they're not carrying around mobile radios all day long. They can have it on their cell phone, and within 15 seconds of the tone, they know what's going on. So, as I said, if you have any questions, just please feel free to email me, call me, stop by.
Can you email me that report you were talking about?
This one? Yeah, I will. I'll have it hand to you.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Actually, you can have this one now that I've concluded my speech.
Can I propose something, Wade, while you're up there? If it'd be okay, how about maybe wait before next meeting, maybe 5 o'clock, 5:30? I don't think people really understand what he carries or what he's done for this county in a short time of being here. And what we used to, or rarely saw, show up on an incident scene. Going from a Trailblazer, whatever that was, to the truck that he has, and what he's carrying. It's a remarkably, we are so blessed to have him
Thank you.
in our county. He's doing the
Absolutely.
things he's doing. The only regret that I'm sure that we all have as the council is we wish we had more money to get you where you needed to be.
Right.
But I would love to see maybe a show and tell of what you're carrying, why you're carrying it, and so forth and so on, because I've gone to, see incidents with Rush County, and there's EMA guys showing up with tents and hot cocoa and, you know, in the winter time and so forth and so on, where Fayette County, we've had nothing in the past.
Right.
And, you know, it's a huge difference from now and prior. If that would be okay with you and
Absolutely.
to set the time, I would be interested in seeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I
I think
think
we
you-
would get the full breadth of understanding of what he's trying to do, where he's trying to get to.
Sure.
It would help us in decision making.
Right, yeah.
I think he's done wonders, I agree, from what, you know, what you present and stuff, you're doing great.
Thank you very much.
For sure.
I
So,
will pass this around. This
Okay.
is the trailer mock-up for the incident command trailer. You're welcome, whoever wants this. I just couldn't print off anymore.
okay.
And then here's the,
So did you want to make a motion, Mike, that we come early? Is that what you were saying?
For
Or
those that
propose?
are interested, I don't know if it needs to be a motion, it just if Wade's willing to do that
absolutely.
at a set time, that
Okay.
those that want to attend can do so, and I would invite the public to, if they're interested, to see what he's got as well too.
Absolutely.
Because he is a critical piece to a lot of things that have not been covered in the past, as demonstrated by what he's been able to do here financially. So I applaud Wade in your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Wade.
Yep.
Sheriff Jones, do you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, just real quick. Again, like he said, Wade has been a big help to us also.
Yeah.
We got 3 mobile radios to put in our vehicles. That came from Wade. He comes on calls with us. He helps run traffic and assist us in any way. So he's been a big help and a huge asset to Fayette County this year, or I guess last year. So I just wanted to brief you guys on our IRACS team that we have in the jail right now. It's been a few months since I've been here, so it's been going since November, December, and they're running strong right now. They're getting ready to start their groups. What they do is they visit every inmate that is in our jail. They talk to them, ask them about their drug problem, their drug history, any mental health problems, and then once they assess them, I've said it before, 99% of our inmates are getting out. So once they assess them, they come up with a treatment plan, they come up with a plan on what they're going to do when they get released from jail, and then once they are released, they follow them, go with them, help them get their driver's license, birth certificate, so they have no reason to say I can't get a job because they have all these documents. Once they leave jail, Ms. Bunch goes with them and takes them from the door if they let her, and she'll drive them up and get them a driver's license and help them get anything that they need. Currently, I think we had a meeting the other day with some stakeholders, Reed Hospital, the state sent somebody down to help with insurance. And currently, I think we got 6 people that they have set up in rehab that were inmates in our jail. And of those 6, I think they also helped a family member of one of those 6 also go to rehab because what's the point of sending them to rehab? They come back out and their family's still doing drugs and then they fall back into it. So they've also helped that person go into rehab. And we've had a couple people that our deputies go out and interact with. Don't bring them to jail, but they talk to the IRACS team and they help them with some services, not only with them, but the Connection Cafe also. So it's been a pretty big success. Most of our inmates, I think it was 98%, have been part of this. There's a couple that say, I don't want any part of it. You're always going to have that, but it's been a huge success, I think. So
Good.
It's
a
going
great
good.
program.
Yeah, it's going good. And Sharon's the one that put us on this. It was a pilot program out of Delaware County, I think.
Yeah.
And Sharon hooked me up with some lady that was working there, and we got a hold of the state. And now it's a $350,000 investment that they've put into our jail to try to help keep inmates out.
Yeah.
So far, only 1 person has reoffended that has been released. I'd like to say it was 0, but 1 person has came back to jail that was part of the program. They got out and then they came back. But I'll take that if it's just one. If we can keep it like that, that'd be great.
Thank you for allowing it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
it's-
not, and, yeah, it's very receptive, because you're wanting to see change in the community, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. I tell people all the time, if we don't have any inmates in the jail and I don't have a job, I'm good with that. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I'll find something else to do. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. Right now, we're low on inmates. I think 113, 114 is what we have, and we're normally up around 150, 160. So let's keep it that way. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, so hopefully we keep that way. Yes, sir.
Question, Sheriff. About a year ago, we discussed school safety and watching used to evolve. For one thing, I know we have local police officers and sheriff officers who aren't going to stand around and argue when kids are being shot. They're going to go. A locked door was left open. Do we have access to the schools so we can get in if there's anything going on?
Yeah, I got with the schools a couple years ago, and every police officer in Fayette County has a key fob that has access to the schools, because we said when we get to the school and we can't get in, then we got to bust the door down. So,
That's right.
And that's going to take, seconds, minutes. People could be getting shot. So yeah, everybody's got a key fob to get access to the schools. We just, I think it was August, right before school started, us and the city police, we went out to the high school and did active shooter training. So we're always thinking about that. Hopefully it never happens. We've got somebody at the high school all the time. We've got somebody at the middle school all the time. We got a guy that is at Fayette Central and Everton quite often. And then I just worked with the school to get 2 more county guys and 2 city guys that patrol the elementary schools that are in the city. So
thank you.
If we can, my goal is to get somebody in every school all the time, but you know how money is. So
Sure.
At least we can get, you really never know when there's going to be a police officer in the school. So hopefully that helps if somebody's thinking about it.
But you have first responders to get there if anything goes on.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
we got that covered.
Great job.
Best we can.
Yeah. Doing great, Zach.
Anything else?
Good job.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Commissioner Munchin, did you have something? Nothing? Okay. All right. If there's not any other miscellaneous business, would someone want to make a motion of adjournment?
So moved.
Okay.
I said so moved.
So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Yeah. Meeting adjourned.